call for help. Boris faced protesters turning deaf ear to dying tourism with no financial support. Boris Johnson urged to step and help industry on brink of falling off a cliff. Boris Johnson's government has been called on to support the British travel industry in the wake of France's decision to ban British tourists. British travel industry boss Julia Lobu said has warned the sector risks falling off a cliff after France imposed travel restrictions on travellers from Britain on Thursday. The CEO at Advantage Travel Partnership was invited onto GB News to discuss the impact of the French ban on non-essential travel. She called on Boris Johnson's government to provide financial support to help struggling businesses. France is to heavily tighten entry conditions for people travelling both to and from the United Kingdom in order to limit the spread of the Omicron variant, the government said on Thursday. The Prime Minister's office at Matignon confirmed that from midnight on Friday into Saturday, travellers will need to give compelling reasons in order to visit the UK and return to France, regardless of vaccination status. A government statement cites the British government's admission that an Omicron tidal wave is expected to hit the country as justification for the move. Travel for tourism and business will not be allowed, the statement says. However, these compelling reasons will nevertheless not apply to French citizens as well as their partner and their children who will still be able to come to France, it explains. An attached list of what constitutes compelling reasons for travel in both directions also includes, for the UK, a foreign citizen joining their country. Ms. Lobu said told Nigel Farage on the news, "This is absolute hammer blows for an industry that's already been suffering. I heard you talking about hospitality, but if you look at the travel sector, we've not traded properly for 20 months. There have been consistent restrictions. So, the week that school holidays break up, you've had families that are looking to be reunited with friends and family in France, ski holidays, all sorts. Absolutely devastating time for travellers and for businesses operating in the travel sector." Mr. Farage asked whether the French were acting unnecessarily hastily in bringing in the restrictions. She replied, "I think the way that we are looking at it is actually it's the British government to help us. The decisions that the French make, we can't control, and actually given the situation we're in, the British government needs to put their hands in their pocket. They've not done so today for the travel sector specifically, and help an industry that is absolutely on the brink of falling off the cliff." It comes as a British business owner lashed out at President Macron and warned the ban would devastate his business. The expat caller said, "We are locked down the first time since then. We've been working to 2 years paying staff and everyone, and we've not single client due to constant lockdowns. And then what was it, 3 weeks ago Omicron happened and restrictions got made tighter. So we've been constantly dealing with clients' emails and questions, which is understandable, and then as of today, Macron has closed borders to the English. Which means about 90% of our turnover will be lost over the Christmas and New Year's weeks, and however long that goes on. We need help, and we won't get out because the French government has stated that the ski resorts are still open, so that's not their fault. We should still be able to make money. And as an English branch, our workers in England aren't getting any compensation. So we're gonna have to keep paying that as well as our French workers, and we've not made money for 2 years now. Which means about 90% of our turnover will be lost over the Christmas and New Year's weeks, and however long that goes on.